Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Future Executives online classes. Dear 7th graders, I'm your English teacher, and today we are going to discuss the remaining concepts of chapter number 1. As you know that we were done with our reading, our question answers, words meanings, and some portion of exercise. So the remaining activities and grammar would be discussed in this lecture. Activity number 2 on page number 7. There are given some homophones and we have to make sentences out of them. What are the homophones? Homophones are the words who have the same pronunciation. They are pronounced similarly, but they have differences in their spelling as well as their meaning. ऐसे words जिनके meaning और उनकी स्पेलिंग्स डिफरेंट होते हैं लेकिन उनकी प्रोनाउंसिएशन सेम होती है, वो होमोफोन्स होते हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, alter and alter. There are given two homophones, a set of homophones, alter and alter. Both are pronounced same, but there are differences in their meaning. What is an altar? An altar is a place where animals are sacrificed. कुर्बान गाह जिसे कहते हैं. I visited an altar. मैंने कुर्बान गाह को विजिट किया. Altar with an E is change. It means to change, बदलना, तब्दील होना. I altered my mind. मैंने अपना जहन तब्दील किया. Second set of homophones is birth and worth. Birth with an E means a place to sit or a bunk in a train or a ship. I gave him a berth. मैंने उसे अपनी नशिस्तगाह या बैठने की जगह दी. Berth is a place in a train to sit or relax. On the other hand, birth with an I means to born, पैदा होना. My date of birth is 2 May. Third set of homophones is excess and excess. Both are pronounced same, but the meaning of excess with an A is to पहुँचना, रसाई होना, to get somewhere. I can access the VIP room. मेरी VIP room तक रसाई है या मैं वहाँ पहुँच सकती हूँ. On the other hand, the excess with an E means plenty of, बहुत ज़्यादा होना. Excess of everything is bad. हर चीज़ का ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा होना या बहुत ज़्यादा होना bad है, बुरा है. Next, we have to discuss some concepts of grammar here. What is a phrase? A phrase is defined as a group of words that works together in a sentence but doesn't contain a subject or a verb. So how it is different from a sentence? A phrase do not have a subject or a verb, therefore it is not a sentence but a group of words that convey its meaning somehow. For example, washing the clothes is a phrase. Next, we have to discuss a clause. There is difference between a phrase and a clause, and it can confuse you throughout the life. So if you build up your concept in the early ages, you will cope it up in a clean or proper manner. Okay, so a clause is a group of words that is having a subject and a verb, and it can be a part of sentence and it can also be a sentence as well. Clause ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स होता है जिसका सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब होता है. ये सेंटेंस का पार्ट भी हो सकता है और ये ओवरऑल सेंटेंस भी हो सकता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, व्हेन वी हैड डिनर, दिस इज एन इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज, सो इट इज़ अ सेंटेंस. इट कैन स्टैंड एज अ सेंटेंस अलोन. Next, two types of clause are independent clause and dependent clause. Independent clause is a clause that expresses a complete thought and has a subject and a verb. So it is complete in its sense and it is just like a simple sentence. So an independent clause is a clause which can stand alone as a sentence. ये एक जुमले के तौर पर अलग रह सकती है because it conveys its meaning and it conveys its sense, क्योंकि इसका meaning और sense proper convey हो रही होती है. For example, she fried the fish, you are going to bazaar. These all are independent clauses and sentences as well. On the other hand, a dependent clause is incomplete. It has a subject and a verb, but it cannot stand alone as a simple sentence. Therefore, it is different from an independent clause. For example, when we finished our food, so this clause is somehow incomplete. जब हमने खाना finish कर लिया, what next? The meaning is not conveyed properly. So therefore, this dependent clause is dependent on it depends on या ये मुनहसिर होती है on an independent clause. For example, my sister entered the house when we finished our food. So when we finished our food is dependent on the other independent clause. My sister entered the house. I hope it is clear. Next, a sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a set of words or a group of words that expresses a complete thought. Sentence अपनी पूरी सेंस को कन्वे करता है, एक complete thought को कन्वे करता है. Therefore, it is a sentence. Okay? It makes it different from a phrase and a clause. For example, both brothers play when they are at home. दोनों भाई खेलते हैं जब वो घर होते हैं. और I do not eat bad things are junk food. You are going for a walk. These all are sentences. Okay. Next, we have to discuss some types of sentences. There are 4 types of sentences generally. First is declarative sentence. A declarative sentence is just like a statement. It provides us information or a knowledge in the form of a statement, and it ends with a full stop or a dot. For example, I work on the internet twice a day. I wash my clothes. You do your homework. These all are declarative statements. Are sentences. These are in the form of statements. Okay. Next is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence in Urdu is called istajabiya jumla, and it expresses strong emotions and excitement. ऐसा sentence जो कि हमारे feelings का या हमारे strong emotions के convey के लिए या इजहार के लिए इस्तेमाल हो and excitement को show करे, वो होता है exclamatory sentence. And it ends with an exclamatory mark. As you can see on your readers, page number 9, what a beautiful painting is an example of exclamatory sentence. Okay. What a beautiful scene. How bad is the day. These all are exclamatory sentences. Next, interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentence in Urdu means sawaliya jumla. An interrogative sentence is a sentence that asks a question. In interrogative sentences, they ask a question. For example, what is your qualification? How do you get here? How is your day? What are you doing? How is it happening? These all are interrogative sentences. Okay, and these end with a question mark. Okay. Lastly, there is imperative sentences. Imperative sentence in Urdu means hukmiya jamla, and it is a sentence that expresses a direct command in which there is an order or a request like please fetch me a glass of water, or an invitation or a warning like do not go there, do not cross the road, or instruction. Okay, so imperative sentence can consist of a command, a request, an invitation, warning, or instruction. For example, raise your hand to speak, do not speak bad about others, please open the door. These all are imperative sentences. For your homework, a diary, you have to write down the activity of homophones in which we made the sentences, and it is found on page number 7. Next, you have to learn all the grammatical concepts and you have to comprehend them. As I teach you phrase, clause, sentences, their types, these all must be learned by you. Thank you all for listening attentively.
School built on vision, values, and belief.